Birch Coffee has found a new home right here in the South Bronx, and today we'll be experiencing the borough's first coffee cupping.
Coffee cupping. Maybe it's the first time you're hearing the term, but to the coffee lover, it's like tasting fine wine. Founder of Birch Coffee, Paul Schlader, explains the flavorful trend.
So what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring people through all the sensory experiences that you have when you go through a cupping. A cupping is a tasting for coffee, not dissimilar to wine, right? And so when we cup, many times a week as like a quality assurance on the coffee that's leaving our roasting facility that's going to our stores, right? And so, but it's also how we buy coffee is through tasting it and making sure that it lives up to the quality that for the standard that we've set for our shops.
This is my first cupping. I thought I knew what coffee tasted like across variations. I know nothing.
Everything I knew about coffee. It changed how I look at coffee. I can't even buy regular coffee anymore.
This new location is doing more than just changing taste buds, but also bringing a different sense of entrepreneurship to the neighborhood. Urban strategist and co-owner of the new Hunts Point Cafe, Majora, teamed up with her staff at Startup Box and partnering with the founders of Birch Coffee.
We also worked on creating these really creative third spaces, such as coffee shops, because we knew that people leave our communities in order to experience this kind of community, this kind of like classy joint that makes people feel like, oh, this is a great place to just get coffee and community. And so developing that was really an important strategy for us. And we worked specifically with Birch Coffee because they are experts in the field of coffee.
I mean, it's interesting. Before Birch came in, we had young kids that already worked at the Starbucks or at the other well-known, coffee shops. And when they found out that there was a boutique coffee shop with an amazing track record and the most delicious coffee in the world here in their community, they quickly applied. And at this point, they are the best employees, I want to say, that Birch has.
There's a lot of people go to Manhattan for work. And that's kind of unfair. You always have to take the train to go to work. You don't really have walk-to-work communities anymore. And to be able to walk to work every single day, that's a pretty amazing experience.
After cupping, the networking continued right next door where the new coffee connoisseurs were able to talk not just about their success in business, but also about their failures and how they've learned from them.
There's some fantastic stuff going on here, and I'm a big fan of Majora's and James and what they're doing at Startup Box, and expanding into the coffee business is fantastic, and I love everything they're doing here. And I think it's a lot of hard work, and people say like, well, there's an overnight success, and they ignore the 20 years of putting effort in hard work and being denied, and that you just have to stick with it long enough, and if you don't take no for an answer, that you can do what you want to do. I think it's and they're a testament to that it is possible to do what you want to do if you just keep working and work through failure and learn and move on.
Now you know you don't have to go all the way to the city to enjoy a great cup of coffee. For BronxNet, I'm Veronica Guity.